Today on the channel, iron sharpens iron with the Iron Grenadier GI Joe Classified series.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another GI Joe Classified series unboxing and review. And today on the channel we got an old favorite back again, this time in the Classified series with the Iron Grenadier. But for all your Iron Grenadier needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% on in-stock items. Anything over $39 does ship free currently, so got to get a deal out there. It is the holiday season, of course. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And the Iron Grenadier, part of the, of course, Iron Grenadiers team. Now, we just recently unboxed the Iron Grenadiers bat. I keep wanting to say Grenadiers, going back to my childhood, but I guess it's Grenadiers. We just recently unboxed the bat. We had Metalhead a while back, of course, on the channel. Hopefully soon, hopefully in 2025, we'll see what happens. Would love to see Destro, and even if possible, Destro and his little air chariot as well. That's a crucial part of the Grenadiers team, and hopefully that does come in the future. We'll be on the lookout for that one here. But today, we're going to the meat and potatoes of the Iron Grenadiers. Oh, there it is, Iron Grenadiers. It is the Iron Grenadier himself. So you do get the logo right here, of course, GI Joe Classified series. Technically Cobra sub-team, I guess, loosely affiliated, as we do know. On the side, looking very cool, looking very regal over here. Number 132 for those keeping track at home. Got the little QR code if that is something you need. Jibber and the Jabber on the bottom down there, and then you get some glamour shots. Anything going on in the glamour shots? Looks like he's standing in front of a wall of bats, and you got Destro's castle back there, which looks pretty cool. Let's get that HasLab Destro's castle. How about? Maybe not. Maybe not. We do get a little Spider-Man style. Bam! See you later. Goodbye. Let's pull them out, see what's going on. Cobra logo back there. So when the chips are down, see you later, goodbye. They're still headed over to Cobra there. But there it is, the old Grenadier in the package, ready to go. All kinds of weapons with this guy, too. It'll be interesting if everything will store on the figure, which I would have... Whoa! Just shot that one across the table. Gonna have to go pick that one up here in a second. Gonna get all these other things out there. No twist ties, but very tight in the packaging as we know it and love it. Dare I say we want some more of it? Maybe we do. Maybe we do. But can I get it out? Oh, we got tape. That's why. They got the tape on the sword. Nobody likes the tape on the sword, including myself. Come on. Oh, my gosh. And this is in there so tight, I just broke the handle on this thing. Are you kidding me? Oh, I'm getting fired up. It's not the end of the world, Kyle. It's just a toy. Just a toy, but man, see you later, goodbye. Would not come out for the life of me. It did break right there at the handle. A little super glue, I guess, will make it all better, right? Right? Somebody tell me it'll be better. Somebody. But we did get it out of the package here. But we got the sword going on. I'd say be very careful with the sword. And man, it's locked in tight in the sheath as well. There we go. Got it out. And oh my gosh, what are we doing? This, man, this is going south in a hurry. We're just at the sword. So just trying to pull the sword out of the sheath, it did rip off a lot of the gold paint on this one here. And I will say, feels a little sticky to me. You feel this? It's a little sticky on the blade here. So that is extremely disappointing that the blade would have that issue just pulling in and out. You can see some gold inside there as well. Like you guys can see deep inside there, but you know what I mean. So not a big fan of this sword, if you can believe it. It came warped out of the package. I broke the handle taking it off, and then paint loss on the blade right out of the package as well. So far we're really firing on all cylinders for this unboxing. It's got to go up from here, right? It's got to. Let me just break something, and then we'll get down to business here. But of course, we do get the weapons here. We do get this big blaster pistol here, very futuristic-like here in black. And the gold on top. Looks like something an old friend of the channel, Major Blood, might be rocking, of course. So we do got this little scope on the top as well. Got an old blaster rifle, blaster gun. You do got a little handle here that does fold up in red. Give this a little dash of color in black. And then we do get a magazine. And what is this? Broken Swords Monthly. Oh my gosh, it must be an epidemic out there. Broken Swords Monthly, the magazine. But looking good as far as the weapon goes. I do like that one here. And then we got the big weapon. We've seen this numerous times. I always think of this with Big Ben, of course, but we're getting it once again. Once again, very gummy here. Be careful with these bad boys. Don't be moving around. They'll break off on you. You do get a little kickstand on the end there if you need that, if you want to lay them down on the ground, of course, in red once again. You got all the bullets in here in red as well against the black weapon. But once again, kind of warped right out of the package. So very, very disappointing, I will say. Disappointing so far with this one. But now, of course, I'm going to take this offline and I'm going to go find this magical weapon that shot across the room on the unboxing. We'll be back talking all things Iron Grenadier. All right, thankfully, black weapon against a tan carpet, pretty easy to find. So I did find the little pistol right here. Just straight up pistol. No dash of red color like we got with these, red or gold. Just straight black there. Back in black like a young Brian Johnson. Yes, Brian Johnson, back in black. Shout out to AC/DC. Tour date soon? I will see. By the time you're watching this, they might already be out there. See what happens there. But let's dive into the Grenadier here, and you do get a very nice helmet over the top. Almost reminds you of kind of an old school biker gang is what the helmet kind of reminds me of here. Got the wing on the top there in gold against the black. Looks pretty good. Of course, we remember the old time figure back in the 3 3/4 days. This was affixed to the head. So you get a little extra playability with this one. Of course, but it is an Iron Grenadier head. Always an interesting face on these guys. Obviously nameless, faceless. You didn't have a kin to them like you did a Major Blood or a Storm Shout or something. It just kind of felt like nameless troops is what they felt like for the Grenadiers once again. You got that mask on the front, red. Got that little kind of speaker hole out the front. So it always felt like they were going into gas chambers or doing crazy kind of things. And of course, got kind of those Nazi outfits. So who knows what they're up to. If there was some plan on that, I'm not exactly sure, but very interesting, but always a very regal officer, trooper, whatever you want to call it. They always were dressed to the nines with this, with, of course, the skirt over the top, the nice black. They just felt like they were more high class than some other troop builders. I guess that's a fair assessment, I would think. You got the strap over the top here. Of course, you can hold the weapon on there. You also got a spot for a weapon back here as well. The sword does fit on the side of the belt, just plugs in very easily there. So you should be able to hold most of this stuff on the figure. We always love that with the classified series, of course. The red, the black, and gold throughout, really popping really good on this one. You do get the belt buckle with the skull, the gold skull, looking very nice. And he is awfully dapper. He's got, I believe, a shirt and a tie underneath here. So, man, I can't imagine going to war in a shirt and tie, but some of us do it for a job every single day. It's the wars you fight, I guess, out there. Gray pants on this one down to the black boots. A little dash of gold in the boots, looking very nice as well. All around, not a bad looking figure. Very regal feeling, though, to me. It always does feel, he feels like a step above, like a Cobra Viper or something. Those guys felt like they were ready for the battlefield. This guy almost looks like he's a drill instructor, or he's leading the charge, saying, okay, guys, go, and putting that sword up in the air. Of course, it's a sticky sword. He puts the sticky sword with all the paint chipped off it, and then he says, everybody run after that. And everybody's like, what's wrong with your sword? How are we going to lead with that? Oh, it's just a terrible day. Terrible day on the Grenadiers front there, of course. Now, of course, articulation. We do get a little bit of butterfly there. Arms all the way around for us. Bicep cut. Double jointed pinless elbows. Feeling good there. Black gloved hands back forth, side to side. Trigger hand over here. Just traditional gripping hand. Now, I guess 2 trigger hands on this guy here. You do get the ab crunch, and you got the helmet that will fall off if you're not careful. Nothing like losing pieces. That's for sure, but we do got the helmet, once again removable. Waist articulation, big old splits, a little bit limited by that skirt, as you can imagine. Legs do go up, drop down hips, thigh cut, double jointed pinless knees, always very tight on these Joes. Boot cut, ankles back forth, side to side, up and down. All the usual articulation right here with the classified series and the old Iron Grenadier. And of course, this wave hitting Targets, hitting Walmarts, hitting Barnes & Nobles. A very strange wave from the G.I. Joe team this go around. Just a very strange distribution for this wave. Of course, the Iron Grenadier's bat part of this figure, Alpine, Storm Shadow, the rest of the crew. We've unboxed them all on the channel, so if you missed a video, check it out, of course. And he does fit on a Ringside Collectible Mattel stand. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% at Ringside Collectibles. Spend your money on your figures, not your stands, as we always do say. And we always do say, bring a friend. That's what we do. And we're going to bring the Iron Grenadier's bat as we're building these guys out, of course. And I do have a little custom I saw on my shelf. I said, I don't know if I've shown this or if I haven't. It's been a heck of a while. I do got a custom Rowdy Roddy Piper. I got one of the Piper Mattel Legend figures when it went on clearance about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, whatever it is. I used the soft goods extra shirt I had in my kind of fodder pile. And then I got a Destro shirt made by Threadheads Customs over there. And voila, you got the Iron Grenadier Rowdy Roddy Piper. Very fun. Of course, me, a guy that loves G.I. Joe and wrestling, is my two loves. Bringing them together, always a lot of fun right here. Definitely works for what I'm looking for as far as the Iron Grenadiers. Got to grab Metalhead. Maybe we'll grab him for some of the glamour shots as well. And I guess you could customize a Prophet Director Destro. You could pop that gold head off, put maybe on one of these if you wanted to. And speaking of customizing, I know a lot of people are using these guys for backup, of course, with Red Skull from Marvel Legends, or taking the head off Red Skull, putting it on these, mix and match and doing all that kind of stuff. So there is some customizing fun to be had with this one, if that is your thing at the end of the day. But I'm here for all these Joe and Cobra sub-teams. But man, this team feels very incomplete without Destro, the leader of the organization. And as I said, let's get that air chariot going on. Let's get Destro with the cape, the sword, the gold head. Man, let's get that. And let's get that chariot on a little flight stand. It would be absolutely amazing. Hopefully that's in the cards for Hasbro in 2025, maybe 2026 at the latest. We'll see what ends up happening there. But what's happening here today is the Iron Grenadier. What's your thoughts? A pickup, a pass, a long game, a no game, and I'm not so sure game? Let me know your thoughts on that one in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell, because we got videos every single day, and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over on Patreon. Patreon, best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. So much content, so little time, as you guys know. ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. Now on TikTok. Yeah, it's true. I'm over there. Check it out. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for the Iron Grenadiers, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.